But the few things holding you back, and these are really just kind of quick wins that you can go for, pretty much unfortunately, 86% of buyer queries answered without you. So we want to increase the amount we're showing up. ChatGPT, which is one of the largest LLMs, isn't citing you in any of the prompts. So that's the biggest engine gap. And then we couldn't find, and this part isn't perfect. That's why in the intake, we do ask for a founder or someone on the executive team's LinkedIn profile, because this is, quickly becoming one of the #1 organic LLM citation score rating. And then you can see kind of where things land from an authority and entity side of things, as well as some additional offsite coverage places. So not finding Wikipedia, not finding any SERP ownership, not finding any tier 1 press coverage. It is finding a company LinkedIn page. It's finding Crunchbase announcements. No YouTube found. It found the G2. We then get into more on the content, as well as more of the technical. So I highly recommend you running through all of these. The nice thing is we have a fix it section, which I'll jump to in a second. But you can also take your teardown, and we have a way to load it into your LLM of choice and download it as a PDF and memory pack that you can load into your AI to actually walk you through the steps on how to solve this. But the highest recommendation is define your entity and AI training sources, add FAQ schema markup across your content, and then start getting your content posting on more regularly on LLMs. Thank you, Leslie, for being brave enough to coming up. Please run an audit yourself. If you have any questions, I'm available. And let's jump back into kind of what we do more about this from a content standpoint. That will guide you through kind of the whole thing. But this session is really meant to be, how do you show up and be the answer that is, LLMs are actually recommending. So the first lever that you want to pull on, which I was talking about the first half of this session, is, could only you have written this piece of information? Are you saying something net new? And so as a cited source, we know if you have originality, you are 40% more likely to show up in citations. Now, where is the content placed? Is the answer buried in a few multiple sentences spread out through, 1,200, 1,500 words? Or do you have a good consolidated answer at the top of the search? If you come here, my assumption is that if I go to this website, those two sentences will be combined together almost word for word at the top of their page, right? So are you giving the answer that you want LLMs to recite to your buyer cohesively, compactly at the top of the page? And then are you checking these engines consistently? So you can't just run this audit once. You need to keep checking it, every 2 weeks, every month at least, because this is a good thing. The feedback signal is much quicker now, right? You can make a change and see the yield of your results or the benefits within a couple of days or weeks, where SEO prior, you were making changes and waiting months before you could see the benefits coming into play.